Brockman's 1951 mark of 554 passing yards. It's the Antlers and the Giants on Sunday night.
Now from the host city of so many Pro Bowls, we're on the island of Oahu in the capital city of Honolulu, Hawaii. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Antlers of Honolulu. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at this Honolulu team as they get ready for this one.
They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
When you look at this defense,
and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Jones. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep, Nyheim Hines.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely. And you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman, Norm Van Brocklin, right? You got to go all the way back to 1951. And he threw for 554 yards in that game. And later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew. On first down, Justin Herbert
finds his rookie tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Herbert. On the left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having it.
There he goes, right side.
Down the sideline he goes.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On second down, right back to Hunt. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop it for a sack.
Brings up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on third down.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10.
From the 50, here's Herbert.
That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. Herbert back to the air. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown!
Dalton Kincaid
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Antlers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you look at this defense,
they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Hunt will try going up the middle. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 20 carries, 130 in the yardage department, and a touchdown, 2.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Throwing Jones.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle this.
Touchdown, Giants! Paris Campbell, 35 yards.
And the Giants have regained the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once.
They told on him plenty of times. Plenty of times. They were going to beat you still every other week. Hey.
You know, he's in there. You look at him.
It's real street right here. Real street. They didn't carry it like that. He was on the yard like a regular dude. Had his own night. Told his own thing. They know. Because you got some people coming in and get big. He got this. And he pulled up. I watched this score. I seen it. I seen him do say something slick to him behind the door. Hey man, don't get this rap shit twisted. I see him when he popped the door. Now just chill out. I'm gonna go holler at him. I'm telling him I'm gonna go holler at him. He waited, so I walked off and went somewhere else and went the other way by himself. But it's different between shoot somebody and stab somebody. So you shooting, that's different. When you stab, it's 300. And you gotta have a stomach for that.
So you know, BG was like that with the same.
Right, that was what I'm saying. That was myself.
Oh shit, that was simple.
That was myself. Yeah.
So you were already in there. He came, joined you, or you?
Right, I was already in there. And we kind of met, like, it's weird. It was weird. I ended up getting transferred. I was in Bentonville. I called with the phone in the shoot. Well, I didn't get called. My celly got called, put it in my mattress and told on him, said it was fine. So I ended up beating the shit out of him. And I ended up getting transferred.
Who they have locked up in?
Oh, them the hardest criminals, bro. Them the hardest of the hard. This is federal pension.
Which Atlanta, and I've been so many times because Atlanta's the transit center for the feds. So wherever you're going, if you're going down south, you got to go through Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? You got to go through there. Well, I'm being set by myself. And then I got to go respect, be honored that. And then one night, it was knocked on my door. Pop. SPG, think you going to CLL? And he stood where I was. I'm going to sell with anybody.
That's what BG said.
I'm going to sell with anybody. I don't care where they from. I didn't want to sell with them.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. His manager was saying, yeah, you put me in there. And at the time, he had his dreads down. I couldn't see his face. And then when he came and said, damn. Like, oh, okay, what's up? I gave him a down. You know, I know some of the same people that's from this city. He went shopping it up like that. Where you be in? And that just turned into the first he wasn't talking. Like he read a lot of books. Like he more of a reader. Look at stay in the door and look at CNN all day. And like I was saying, there's a lot of stuff people know about him. Real intelligent. Read. Yeah, as a reader. And like that movie, just CNN, politics. Like, man put money on my book. I'm sure I was great. Man paid my daughter my dress on Christmas. So, as a man, I respected that so much. That so, you know what I'm saying? That I only go to the relationship. You know, this happened over time with each other. Pull his paperwork out. This is the first thing you do.
He pulled his paperwork out.
That's my paperwork. Listen, you're not allowed to travel with your paperwork. Well, but sometimes we'll, you know what I'm saying, put it in your thing. You got to stay for it. Read. It's like you came down, man. You got to make it. He left before me. We were still in Atlanta like we put a whole pandemic. I think this during COVID. So we locked down tight. So we and what we saying, I had to stay behind an extra week or two when we first get there. The crazy part about when I hit the yard, somebody gave me a note. And he know what I was there for. He got there. Hey, Bishop, and this on day 3 or whatever. Okay, that's why I'm at this, talking this little shit, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I was there for, like, got there. And as soon as I get to the dorm, man, got 2, 3 big bags of commissary, you know what I'm saying? Everybody out, you know what I'm saying? He come to my door, you know what I'm saying? Got 3, 4 bags of shorts, sweatsuits, all that. Right, so like this, that, even though I ain't need it, they need to press off the bus. Yeah, here you go. This man. So I had already been to this phone before. See, that's another thing. I already been there. I got sent back to Big Sandy. So I already know stay out. Because I don't go on the show. 4 or 5 years already before. We're on the mountain. So I ain't gonna be here with this expensive tobacco. All that. You know what I'm saying? So for him to come out in the yard, I don't know conditions. And being who he is, let's say a lot. You came out in the pen. You know, FCI came out in the pen. Put your paperwork.
With him being a celebrity,
he got license registration. This is license registration. And he let you know and so he let you know who he is. Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm standing on that. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't pressing me because I'm a celebrity. Because you think I got money that he ain't doing up out of that. Man,
they could do try to pressure you. So he did y'all, what was it like?
Because they loved it. It was like they loved it. Like the same thing, you know, this feature. It's like to us, it's for us going on out here. Like, that's the big home. But he was on the yard like a regular. He had his own night, told his own shit. They know, you know, because you got some people coming in and get big.
He had a big ass night.
He got it. But he owned it. You got it on your own. You ain't got nobody else doing it. You know what I'm saying? So there's no much difference between shoot somebody and stab somebody. So you shoot, that's different. So when you stab and this glad, this 300, and you gotta have a stomach for that.
That's bullshit.
You should have stabbed a man
cheap,
10 times or stab somebody, period. It's a lot. So sometimes you adjust to your environment. You gotta adapt to your environment in order to survive. Survival might not be who you is, but I'm adapt to it in order to survive. You see what I'm saying? So he did that. He did up. Like, he go counselor, finish shit up, and he had to beat up. We had nothing. And then you hit your hands counselor or whatever you want. You know, he wasn't no messed up dude like that. He had a big heart. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't pulling up. I watched this, so I seen it. I seen the dude say some shit to him behind the door. Hey man, don't get this rap shit twisted. I see him out the door. I was just chill out. I'm gonna go holler at him. I'm gonna go holler at him. He was, so I walked off and went somewhere else and went the other way by himself. Pulled out on the dude. Ran up on him. Hey man, you're good. He's all my yeah, bitch, what's up? And I respected that. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So he really have his own business. A lot of celebrities don't, when they get to their pen, like you hear all these stories before you get there. And what happens is people ask me, where you going? Big Sandy. Hey, man. Big Sandy. Be careful. Or you have some dudes that become Muslim. Take the Shahada while they're in transit. So when you get to the pen, you come down some Lake them. Because the Muslims don't check paperwork. So a lot of red duck up under the Muslim panel because Muslims don't check paperwork. They saying Allah forgives you for everything. So your past has been forgiven once you take your Shahada. So they don't ask you for paperwork. So a lot of dudes that rats or in the field they used the word hot. There was another thing I had to catch on to. See, in the street, when you say somebody hot, there's the police on. But in the beds, when you say somebody hot, you're saying you're a rat. So you got to catch up with the language barrier first to get that part understood. They told on them plenty of times.
You said they told on him plenty
of times? They go to BG still every other week. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Because they just go with it. It's the same thing like the street, but it's an enclosed environment where you can't get away from it. See, out here, if you hating on me, I can get away around you. And there, when you hating on me, you can't leave. I gotta get around it. So, keep it straight, or we're gonna end up being a situation. But the man stood up on all that. I watched him. I was there. You know what I'm saying?
Was there any situations where he did rap, and the occasions where he did rap?
He rapped for it, like
rap, like Floyd.
Yeah, he did it for a few guys and all that.
Where he would go against somebody, or he?
No, it's just rap. Just because people want to hear what he sound like. A lot of dudes want to know he still sound like that. A lot of young dudes don't even know who he is. You know what I'm saying? And he into other people. And he rapping, but it's not all the time. The main thing I respect about him was there's been times that people come to the door. You know, because we locked in 23 and 1-2. Wow. Maybe we may stay out 2 hours. So people start hearing music, you know what I'm saying? So a dude come to the door and he was like, where you from? And talking to me, this from New Orleans or whatever. And the man said that you was down there with, he named a name. And BG told him, man, that man raps. He fuck with my dog. I don't fuck with him shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Like, cut on him. He was a man.
So defense in this one was limited to good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down.
Was the first one to get a big movie, Strictly Business. Right. With Halle Berry. Yeah. Right. So a lot of people were easy with that. And I was kind of like, man. But when I went to the premiere, it was me.
He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Who has the deepest bag in the NBA right now?
The deepest bag. Does this count for off the court too? Like how you walk in? Like are we just talking on the court, or is it how you walk in? Or it's like
on the court bag.
Just on the court.
On the court bag.
Okay.
But you could like if you want to,
I look at how you walk in. You know what I'm saying? How you get ready? Like, it's a whole aura.
Shit. He taking over the
deepest bag. I mean, they can dribble. Like you said, right now or ever. Right now, we'll get into ever. Post up, three ball. Probably Kevin Durant. Interesting. Okay. Like probably Kevin. Like it's. I think because it becomes so simple for him that we don't really get to see everything he has because it's like I can just pull up to. Like everybody doesn't realize he's a sharpshooter, but he only takes 2 threes a game. But if he took 10 threes a game, that'd be a whole different story. But like when it comes to just that overall, he got that double cross, that long cross. he has some things with him. Kyrie Irving. I was hoping somebody. Kyrie Irving.
I feel like that's like the most obvious choice. Sure. But obvious is better. I mean,
I'm just saying, is it obvious? Is it true though? Does Kyrie have the deepest bag?
Yeah.
You know what makes his bag so deep? Because he understands how to move his feet individually with his hands. Right, so when he's moving, everything's moving the same. Like he knows, how to place everything.
And like I don't think nobody in the league can just guard him. Like one-on-one, I don't like. I feel like if he wants to just get it and score every time, he can. Like it's nothing. If he misses, it's the ball fault or whatever. The rim tripping.
Nobody's stopping Kyrie.
It's just it's different. Everyone's tricky. Like it's everyone has their own little thing. Darius Garland got a bag too. Yeah. Cleveland, Darius Garland got a bag.
He got that Erky jerk.
Yeah. I'm waiting on him to take that next step too.
He got that Erky jerk.
Yeah,
It'd be interesting to see how things change over the years. Moving along, let's talk about some of your college football predictions from last week. Which schools were you completely wrong or right about? Maurice, let's start with Georgia versus Kentucky.
I was glad about Georgia, man. I got to admit it. I thought that Kentucky was going to have a chance. Like, they started off 5-0. and had the opportunity to go down to Georgia. Georgia really hadn't started. You know, they weren't beating teams or by more than like 2 or 3 touchdowns or whatever it was when I looked it up. And they just didn't have what I thought was like the old Georgia team. But, man, when I was watching them play against Kentucky, I was like, man, I was thinking about Mace the whole time. I was like, I know he's going to talk crazy. And then the next morning, after they got whooped on, man, I'm telling you, I probably had 10 messages from dudes down in Georgia. They was like, yo, you know Mace the expert now. You don't know what you're talking about.
10 ain't luck. 1 or 2 is luck. Somebody said 10. Did Cam hear that? Or you got his mic on, his earphone on?
What do you mean 10 ain't luck?
For it to happen for 10 people to say it back-to-back ain't luck.
If we get millions of views, 10 is actually not really a lot. 10 is like 0.00000000001. Like, so 10 is really not a lot, to be totally honest with you.
Mo, go ahead with your story. I'm here for the dogs, you know, for all the dogs. I'm not here for that.
Yeah, no. So, you know, Georgia beat Ohio State last year in the championship, right? So they thought I was salty behind that. They thought that's what I was picking Kentucky for. But I was really picking them because I thought that they can get it done. Like, you know, sometimes people catch lightning in the bottle.
Hey, yo, look,
and they make it happen.
You went out on a limb. You said, fuck it. That's what we do.
Yeah.
You know, me and you, we risk takers, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, man. Sometimes you got to take a risk, man. No reward without the risk, man. I dig it. They gotta explain yourself to this nigga, man.
Yeah, I get it. I get where you're going, because this hoodie is from that year. This hoodie is from that year that y'all lost. I thought it was from the previous year, but this for the double-up year.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, who played that year?
Great question.
No, you said who won that year. Titletown won this year.
Yo, who was on back, man? Send me the quarter.
Damn, we only got an hour, yo.
Come on,
put the camera on. I'm not taking energy away from them dogs.
Our expert asked you a question.
An expert doesn't ask an expert a question. And that's why I'm here to just give my expertise. If you would like to know who's going to win this week, log on to Come Talk to Me and look for Mace, because I'm telling you, when he's talking, that's the guy you want to listen to. Cam is good. He's good. Right, actually. I'll be giving him some of my sources. And he'll be
I don't want any of his sources. I don't know who's coming behind me. I know who your sources for.
Yeah.
So we just would like to know one player on the team from last year before we move on, if possible.
Not right now.
Noted. Okay, the next game, Ohio State beat Maryland 37-17. Maurice, what was your thoughts on that game?
No, they surprised me, man. Going into the season, when you go into league play, and anybody who knows this, man, you have to have some sort of identity. And I don't care if it's we pass the ball very well or we run the ball very well. And with a team like Maryland, you know, who's historically we beat them pretty bad. In the first half of the game, Ohio State started off slow, and they've not at any point this year have developed a running game. So when you are, you know, coaching for Ohio State or playing for Ohio State, you really only play for 2 times a year, and that's the last game of the season versus Michigan, and that's also when you get into a playoff run. And when you look at it, man, you need a running game, you need a running attack, or you need some identity heading into these places if you want to have a chance to win. So with Ohio State being ranked 4th last week, or 3rd or 4th, whatever it was ranked at the beginning of last week, it surprised me that they weren't further along after they played teams that they should have beaten by, you know, a lot of points and had the opportunity to do so.
I'm not going. I didn't see the game. I didn't see that game last week. Did you?
Only watch.
I just asked you a question. Yes or no? Yes, it's just a yes or no. Did you watch the game actually with Georgia and Kentucky? Did you watch it?
I knew who was going to win.
I just asked
When I saw him run away, I knew it was a foregone conclusion.
I just asked if you watched the game. That's all I asked. I had no idea if you watched it or not.
I Skyped in.
Okay, next thing we have to talk about Miami's loss to Georgia Tech. What are your thoughts on that game, Maurice?
I had some dumbass shit again. I'll let Mo. I'll chime in on that.
So I don't even know how to compare this in another way. So in moments like that, man, you usually have enough coaches who are yelling to the coach saying, hey, all we have to do is take a knee, because they understand the circumstances, right? So when you look at the time, you look at the down that they were on, you talking about literally you take 2 knees and you out of there. And I think Miami was 17th and then they
watch your mouth take 2 knees. Chill out, bro. Chill out, man. I was gonna let it slide again, man.
Yeah, don't do that in the pink horsepower shirt.
Yeah, please don't, man. It's wrong. It may be misrepresentation if you do that. But yeah, Mo, my bad.
No, so you go ahead and you got me thinking now, right? So they go ahead and they can finish the game. I don't know how you even equate this to anything else. It had to be the dumbest shit that I've seen in a long time. But that just goes that tells you right there that the head coach isn't listening to anybody around him. Like, that's the biggest indicator. That's what you can take from that situation.
I seen that shit. And let me ask you a question. And I don't know, I'm asking. I already did some dumb shit before. Is that right or wrong? Somewhere else. At another school.
I don't know. Coach came from... What you saying? I can hear you.
In Oregon.
In Oregon. Oh, it was Stanford. Oregon. Yo, Nick, we include you on the show.
Y'all listen to the experts, man. That's why
this is my brothers and
y'all yelling Stanford, the dogs are saying Oregon.
Yeah.
For clarification, he was at Oregon.
Yeah, thank you.
Hold on. What are you talking about?
It was from Oregon.
Yeah, no, Bubba, this nigga Nick just jumped out the window. Bubba said Oregon too.
Oh.
I appreciate the help, Nick, but I don't know if you're trying to sabotage us at this point. I was asking. So, what exactly did he do at Oregon that relates to this situation? Same exact shit? And they lost too?
Yeah, that's why we got him out of there.
What'd he do, Mason?
Same exact thing.
What'd he do this week?
Same exact thing.
Do you know what even happened with this game that we're talking about?
You keep asking me stuff like I don't know it. Of course I do
so
know it.
So go. You talk before I go. What happened?
I'm not interested.
That was one of the biggest things that happened this whole weekend that just passed. So
I thought it was Georgia.
It actually was, because Georgia was supposed to win. That wasn't nothing that was shocking. The shit that he did was shocking. Do you know what he did? I don't think you have any idea what happened. If you ask my personal opinion, I think you have no idea what really happened in this game.
I'm gonna let you be right.
I'm gonna let Stat go, because she went to the school, and I know that hurt you even more.
Yeah.
This nigga fuck up to that level of capacity.
Yeah, I think we all can agree that was one of the worst plays that we've ever seen in college football. But at the same time, I love my school, but I'm not surprised. I feel like as a Miami fan, I kind of compare us to the Cowboys, because we just do dumb mistakes at the last minute, and we're going to have to face the repercussions for it. It was a bad coaching job, decision, whatever you want to call it, and honestly, people are saying that he should be fired, and after a play like that, wouldn't be surprised if some changes were made, but he just kind of infiltrated in as the new head coach, so I don't know what's next for us. We have a lot of injuries and things to fix. We're not where we were, but as always, I'm a loyal fan. I'll be optimistic for the years to come.
The thing about it is this. You know, the problem with this situation is this. That Miami, people started to talk about Miami again.
Like, yo, these niggas looking like the OU back in when they're so 85 years. They was doing really decent this year. And then to lose a game with that dumb fucking call from the coach. And at the same time, you know what's fucked up? It's because the players gonna feel like shit. Like, damn, I shouldn't have fumbled the fucking ball. I should have held on to the ball. But in reality, he shouldn't have been even put in that situation. Let me ask you a question, Mo. And I know it's two totally different magnitudes because a Super Bowl was at stake. And this wasn't even a bowl contention situation. But I'm talking about as a football player, what was dumber? To not kneel, pause, and run the clock out? Or when Russell Wilson tried to pass the ball instead of handing it off to Marshawn Lynch? Which one was dumber as a football play or coach or decision?
The first one, and the reason the first one is dumber because, like, that's like super obvious, right? I can see where Pete Carroll didn't give the ball to, Russell Wilson didn't give the ball to Marshawn Lynch because you're trying to run like this reverse psychology versus the defense, right? You're trying to use him as a decoy and, you know, you're trying to get Russell Wilson to pass the ball for the touchdown. Like, I got that part, right? And, you know, Pete Carroll, risk taker, right? But when you look at, like, when you're up by that many points and you're ranked and your team is now heading back down the right path, like, you just get out of there safe. You know, you take the appropriate balls, the 2 knees to, you know, finish the game out, and then you're done. And so to me, like, what everybody was saying, that's dumber than the Marshawn Lynch situation.
Thank you. I was just wondering, because that's it, like, it's simple math. You look at the clock, you kneel twice, pause, and the game's over. Now, and listen, you got to give the other team a lot of credit because they still had to go down the field and score. But come on, bro. Come on. I can imagine what it's like. What's that? Let me ask you a question. If this happened, let's say it was your last year, what would campus be like right now?
Oh, it would be basketball school. Like, that's really hard. People stop showing up to go to the tailgates because we already got to take a bus. We don't have a stadium on campus. We go into the tailgate and then we going home. Like, we're actually horrible fans. It's so bad.
How did it switch up like that?
Let's get down some inside on this that went to that school. Like, situation like that, things like, we basketball
school anyway.
Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over.
Oh, okay, Sean Malik Rutherford, Bob's nephew. Okay.
I also will add, though, because that was the coach's mistake, I do feel bad for the player who did run the ball and fumbled because that's, like, on his highlight reel forever. So when scouts and stuff are looking, they're looking like, okay, you were the one who fumbled and made one of the worst mistakes in college football history, so...
I feel bad for the running back,
too. That is the truth, like...
But at the same time, hold on to the damn ball with the game on the line. But coach definitely put you in a bad situation.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go to break, and when we return, we will talk about the upcoming college football games to look out for. Don't go anywhere.
Take horsepower.
What's happening, baby? Why you walking like that? That's how I walk. And then, like, you come on breathing on me like that.
I fucking breathe to live.
And, like, you used to be dark-skinned, and now you act like hella light skinned.
I'm fucking blind. I'm dark-skinned. What the fuck?
And then, like, look at your ears.
What the fuck is wrong with my ears? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I don't even like it. The way you breathe in all of that.
Has this ever happened to you? Your girl seems to be mad, angry, upset. She's frustrated. There's only one way to handle that. Take horsepower.
When your breath is really refreshing.
No.
Just trying to give you a massage.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead
PHP. It works every time.
Wait, where are you going?
back. So let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. On Sunday, the Eagles will play the Jets. Underdog Fantasy has Jalen Hurts at 223.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower? Hurts.
I'm going higher. Of course. Playing the Jets. Jets and the Giants. You could do pause whatever you think about.
I'm going to go low. I think the Jets have a really good defense. Jalen hasn't had a breakout game. Maybe this would be the one where he does have a breakout game, but I'm going to go lower because the Jets still have a really great defense.
Okay. DeAndre Swift is at 63.5 rushing yards. Do you have him higher or lower? Yeah.
I'm going to go higher because I don't think that I think that the Jets defense is going to be more focused on Jalen Hurts' passing attack, and they're going to be ready in the secondary. That I think that Philly have a good running game, so I'm going to go high.
Yeah, I'm going to go higher too. I think they're going to really beat them and beat them convincingly, and everybody have a good game. It's time to break up.
It is time. And Zach Wilson is at 196.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower?
100 and what?
96 and a half.
I'm going to go higher on that too. Yeah.
Well, I don't. I have no confidence in Zach Wilson. Wilson. Aaron Rodgers' little protege, whatever that little nigga name is. Still perfect though. That's Aaron Rodgers love me. You know I feel bad for
There was a little spark last week, so
but you know, we from New York, we settle for anything mediocre. Anything mediocre, we'll say. The thing about the nigga Zach Wilson is that I feel more bad for him because he was like, I was just supposed to have been chilling this year. I'm supposed to be taking notes, seeing what Aaron Rodgers, all this shit. Watch how he 3 step back, 5 step back, 7. This week, yeah, he can throw it in the fire. The first game, Broadway Joe mad, everybody mad, to the point where they're so mad at him that when he has a halfway decent game, they're like, okay, this kid is all right. He's not bad. He didn't do nothing special last week. Nigga, he did so terribly that it was good. And, they lost the game. And niggas like my man T talking about, looks like we got something here. Yo, y'all lost, right?
That Nick attitude.
New York Knicks shit. Like, I said, y'all lost. He said, but we seen something.
Yeah.
They talking like Zach Marino, all type of dumb shit. Zach Montana. Y'all niggas lost, right? He's like, but you ain't see? Yo, it's an L, bro. Lower. That's it.
Make sure to download the Underdog Fantasy app, and you can make your picks too. We are joined back by our football analyst, Maurice. All right. So looking ahead, there's major college football games approaching. So I want to know your picks. Maurice, starting with Oregon versus Washington.
There's no 20 or 30 point play in that playbook.
I'm going Oregon.
Can try to end things here on a
despite trailing. Oh man.
And that looks like what they're trying to do.
Oh man. He's starting to sound today now.
Okay.
They high powered and they score a bunch of points. So if you look it up, it's hard to beat a team who averages 50, 60 points. And they averaging above 50 right now, and I don't know how you stop that.
I'm going to take Mo's word. I haven't seen Washington play, but I did see Oregon play, and the one game I seen them play, they kicked ass, man. They beat the shit out of us, so I didn't know anything about Bo Nix. I didn't know anything about the running back. And see, listen, this is more credit to Dion. I would still not know nothing about y'all. I'm not the college expert. Mo C is. That's why he's up here schooling us about the shit that we need to know. But if y'all didn't play Colorado, I wouldn't know shit about you. So I'm going to pick you on the strength of Mo C and on the strength of the one game that I did see you play. But I don't know what Washington's about, to be honest with you.
Next, USC versus Notre Dame. Maurice, who's your pick first?
Yeah, I'm going with USC, man. I think Notre Dame, and they probably had a bad schedule, but they lost to Ohio State. They went down to, I think, Duke and beat Duke, and then they just went over to Louisville and lost. And for you to play, or to mentally get up as a kid, you know, you're between 18 and 22, to get yourself in the mind frame that you're about to play these 4 significant games, perform well, and do it at the top of, you know, just at your best ability, is tough. And Caleb Williams, they want him to have another great week to separate himself from Bo Nix, and they want to put him on a Heisman run again. So I'm going with USC, and I think they want to improve from the game they had last week that they didn't do so well at.
Yeah, you're right. They can't afford to lose another game. I know that. If they want to put him up there as a Heisman, he's definitely going to have to start making sure they win, especially against teams that is paraded like Notre Dame. Somebody like that, you got to win those games.
Why would you say afford to lose another game? What game did they lose?
It's just when you looking at it like USC, right? They did lose a game, right? They lost.
No,
they
didn't lose.
No, they didn't.
Oh, then my bad. But I'm saying even they're looking shaky on their defense as well. So they're looking like they were preparing for a loss. I thought last time I didn't see the rest of the game. I thought they lost. Yeah, but I stand corrected. I'm for the facts.
No problem.
I don't have no feelings involved. There's no emotion.
And we don't know these people.
Yeah. I don't know.
We don't know any of these
no emotions invested.
Good. What happened was they were down 17. That's why I was hoping they lost so I could talk shit to OJ. So when they was down 17-0, I was like, hell fucking yeah. I can't
that's
wait.
The game I turned over. I thought they lost that.
They came back and won. But,
that's crazy.
But what OJ was saying was this, Maurice, is that, pardon me, USC defense sucks. He said they have terrible defense, and he doesn't really see them going undefeated because of their defense. Nothing to do with offense. What do you have to say about that?
I agree with them because just the conference that they're in, they play teams who score a ton of points, right? And so people will let Caleb Williams throw for 4 or 5 touchdowns, and they feel like, okay, if we can minimize what he does, we can give him his 4 or 5 touchdowns. Prime example, if we go play Oregon, we'll score 50 points on them, right? And there's other ways to neutralize a good QB. If you say, hey, let us stay on the field longer and we can slowly move the ball down the field against a horrible defense and we keep Caleb Williams on the sideline and sort of like minimize his opportunities, then that puts you in a position where you can strategically beat USC. So I agree with him. You know, there's no situation where they should have ever been down, 17-0. But, Caleb Williams is their neutralizer for bad defense, and OJ, no, and like I said, I know people have a personal feelings about OJ, man, but he's really smart. He really understands the game. He really has, a great assessment every time I hear him, and he knows what he's talking about.
I don't think USC is going to lose until they play Oregon. That'll be probably the time they lose if they didn't already lose. So you got me on record.
I got you on record. So I'm gonna look at their schedule, and then I'm gonna shoot a message over to the group chat to see if you're correct or not. I'll be able to tell who's the expert and who is it.
Okay. Colorado versus Stanford.
Ooh.
I'm going Colorado. I think that Shador going to pull it off again, and they're going to get back into the win column. And I just enjoy watching them. For whatever win, lose, or draw, whatever they got going on, man. I really enjoy watching those guys, and more so for the future moving forward. I want to see how they grow, and next year you have more to it. And I'll say pause to that one. I want to see how Colorado gets better. Yeah, I want to see how Colorado gets better, and just watch these young dudes mature on their team.
Do you think if they, and I'm not saying they're going to lose, but I'm saying if they lose this game, do you think it becomes a 500 season at that point?
I don't know. I would likely say yes, because I assume that some of the teams that they play on the backside of their season are the better teams within their conference, right? And I remember, like, earlier in the week, Cam said that they've overachieved already. They've won more games than they were expected to win. But I just think it's entertainment. It's like the same reason that, people watch Floyd Mayweather, right? Some people watch him to win, some people watch him to lose, but nonetheless, they are entertained with what they have. And I'm sort of watching Shedeur for the same reason. I want him to win against all this opposition. Like, even when he went to the crowd and he had, showing off his wrist and everybody was like in this big frenzy about, him going to the crowd and throwing his wrists up and, marketing himself and doing whatever it was. Like, I'm watching just to have him be successful against that force of people who want to see him fall down. I've been through that personally where people just want to see you lose for no reason. So I tend to root for people, like, I don't want to say the underdog situation, but people who are met with like this great resistance of haters, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still going through that today, man. So I've been going through that for 25, 26 years, man. So I understand exactly where you coming from, man. Shedeur and everybody else. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Colorado anyway. But looking at Stanford has been looking pathetic this whole season. Like, I don't know what's the spread, pause, but for Colorado, yeah, like Stanford is. Look, I'm looking now. Has lost to USC 55-10. They only lost by 1 point to Arizona, 42-6 to Oregon, and they lost to Sacramento State. Colorado should definitely pull this off. If I wasn't booked, coach, I'd be down there. Shout out to I spoke to Pretty Tony earlier in the week. If I didn't have a show this weekend, I'd be down there, but I'm taking the rest of the year off for all my shows because I'm part of the staff down there at this point. And they look forward to it.
Savage is back, so I don't see them losing, really.
Yeah. But, I'm part of
he is back,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm part of the coach support staff. So this will be my last week that I won't be in attendance. For the rest of the season, I'll be there.
Because the best ability is available. Oh, man.
Hey. So I think we all know that NIL has completely changed the game of football, but I don't think people realize how much these players are actually making.